Hi everyone, Grey Sim Racer back with you again. Having played GT7 for almost a year, it was time to up my game. Move into the racing multiplayer arena and try to compete with people of a similar skill level. And I did get podiums, but just like in Hotel California, it can be heaven and it can be hell. Daily Race A that week was one of my favourite cars, the Mazda MX-5, and the course was Road Atlanta, and this is a track I'm really comfortable driving. So I took an afternoon and started grinding out daily race A's one after the other. My early attempts weren't great. In the first race I started 9th and finished 7th, dicing with a Japanese driver who was slower but intent on blocking with a vengeance. In the next race, I started 7th and finished 4th by the end of the first lap, thanks to some crazy drivers around me. I got up to 3rd and held that to the start of the final lap, but got overtaken by a faster driver in the S's and finished a creditable 4th. Rinse and repeat. Start 6th, fall back to 9th after a spin at turn 1, then finish 8th. After chasing down about a 6-second deficit. Uninspiring race really. Then start 6th, finish 6th with a couple of off tracks thrown in. Next, a 3rd place start, which becomes 2nd when the first two battle it out on lap 2 and one car loses out due to the contact. Then at the start of lap 3, P1 goes off and I am leading a non-AI race for the first time. The pressure is on, and entering the back straight, I run slightly wide and get a half-second penalty. Then, on turn 1 of the last lap, it all comes undone. Turn 1 again, my undoing under brakes. I struggle to find centre on the wheel, but despite all that, still finish 4th. So, if I just got back on track sooner, I think a better result was available. Lesson learnt, perhaps. And I learned that starting further on up the grid is much safer. So I re-qualified with a much more competitive time. Next race, I start 3rd. So can this be the one where I bring home a podium? It is a small field, but with some fast drivers, particularly the Korean in the black car. start of lap 2, the Japanese driver slows suddenly and we both pass him. Oh no, I missed my braking mark, run wide and lose touch with the front two cars. But I quickly refocus and pull a decent gap to the car in P4. A peek in the mirror and P4 is still a fair way behind and with a time penalty. Stay cool, nearly home. Just need to hold it all together now for the final lap. No errors at my nemesis corner, turn 1. Clean through the S's and neatly through onto the short straight. Conservative through the two right-handers and keep a tight line down the back straight. And there it is, my first ever podium in a multiplayer race with other enthusiasts from across the world. I was almost a second a lap slower than the fastest driver, but I was conserving third place once I ensured that fourth wasn't likely to catch me. So let's keep trying for even better. I start from P5 and I am P2 by the end of lap 1. As two cars run off the track and I get a nice overtake done. The Vietnamese driver behind has a 1 second penalty, so some breathing space and the pressure is released a little. Japanese driver out front is about 4 seconds a lap quicker than me, so unless he makes a mistake, I'm not going to see him again this race. Starting the final lap, I've started to drive a little conservatively. I get a much better line through turn 1 using all the road. That is a bit better. A clean lap and second place. I'm over the moon and now wondering, can I go one better and win a race? Well, only time will tell. So thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video, and I look forward to seeing you on the track.